DJ Tygga Ty in the mix.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So how do I say your stage name? Because I've seen it in the short terms. I've seen it on the long terms. Like, what's your actual stage name?
Journey Montana.
Journey Montana.
Yeah, it's my name. It's actually my legal name also. So it's just my
Wow.
name.
I was about to say, where did it come from? I was
Yeah.
actually just about to say that.
My birth certificate, Journey Montana.
Journey
Right
Montana. Journey, how old are you?
I am 19 years old.
19, and you're already breaking YouTube vibes when it comes down to 100,000 views on a music video. Congratulations, I've seen that.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's talk a little bit about the music side of things. I know that you do more than music, but I want to start off with the music side of things, right? There was a record that was sent to me by the name of Good Girl, Bad Girl. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Right? How did that manifest? How did that come apart?
Well, I write all my music, so I was really just in my room, going through some personal things, and with me turning 18 and turning 19, it was kind of a drastic change happening because I came out as an artist when I was 16. So, people kind of saw me as like a good girl, and I kind of didn't, I just kind of fit in a box, and I was really getting really uncomfortable in that. So I wrote Good Girl kind of just like to express, because I am still what people see me as in a way, like the good girl, the follow the rules. That is still who I am a little bit, but there's also a other side of me, and that's the song Bad Girl. So it was a 2-part release. So it was Good Girl and it was Bad Girl, and it kind of just showed two sides of who I am, and both kind of represent me, but it's just different sides that I get to touch on. Yeah.
Okay. So at a young age, coming into the music scene at 16, what were some of the challenges you think you faced in the beginning, and what are some of them that you face now?
I would say just some of the challenges are just people taking you serious. When you're young and a female, and I don't know, just the way that I come across sometimes, like people will assume that I don't write my music, or that I can't really sing live, or certain things that people will just assume off how you look and who you are and your age and your race and all sorts of things like that. And yeah, it's just really, really that professionalism. That's still something that is a struggle to this day. Like there'll be certain times and they'll be like, pull up to the studio, and they'll just try to like, not pull up a song. And so it's, that's kind of a struggle, I feel like, for women, period, and like male dominated industries. So yeah, that's definitely one of them that was a big struggle, but I'm learning how to deal with it now. Yeah.
All right. So who are some of the artists that you have on your playlist currently, and who are some of the artists that you kind of listened to growing up that made you want to get into music?
My like beginning influences, shout out to my sister. I'm the youngest of 3, so they kind of were the ones putting me onto music and telling me to learn certain songs. They're like, oh, you want to be a singer? Okay, go learn some Etta James, go learn some Whitney, go learn some. So, just sending me to learn and absorb music. So I would definitely say Etta James is one of my first influences. Whitney, Toni Braxton, Beyonce, of course, Alicia Keys, and she's from Harlem also. Yeah, mostly women. Drake was one of the first artists I started listening to. And then my playlist now still consists of Drake, Party Next Door, Jhené Aiko, SZA, who else? Black, Brent Faiyaz. I kind of like the R&B, a little bit of trap type of vibe, but I'm definitely R&B girl.
Okay. I heard you mention SZA, and I seen I was just kind of looking through your Instagram, and I seen early postings of you, and you were doing covers, right?
Yeah.
And one of them was SZA's song. So how did you decide on what song out of SZA's catalog that you wanted to cover? Was it based off of this is the one that's hot right now, or was it just spoke to what was going on with your life at that time?
Well, I absolutely love SZA. I'm one of her #1 fans. When she dropped her first album, I, to this day, know every single song on the album. So honestly, if like around that time, I was covering songs like every day. So, I have them in my archive, but I literally have covered every single song on that album. Just because I love her so much. I love her lyricism. I love her tone, and I love what she like speaks on. I really just I love SZA and everything she represents.
So balancing out the two, right? Because I seen that you do acting as well, correct?
Yes.
So how does the acting side of your career help you out more on the music side, or does the music side help you out more on your acting side? What would you say?
I just feel like they all just are amazing things happening simultaneously. I've had a lot of wins in my music so far, especially like last year I got a Billboard and so many different things. And then I've been acting or auditioning and moving with my acting career since I was about 8 years old. And
Wow.
now it's like things are starting to stick, and it's kind of playing hand in hand with my music. Like things are starting to stick in both areas. So I don't know. I feel like both bring a fan base, and I feel like it all just feeds into one pool. Like I feel like there have been a lot of fans coming from All American, and they've just started listening to my music immediately and become like part of. I'm trying to my main
Yeah,
fan
yeah.
base. So yeah, I really just think that it's just Journey Montana, like it's just one collective fan base, and I'm just excited to just see everything feed into one audience.
So is it more so you really want to get into more of the acting things, or is it more of the music stuff that is your main focus?
Music has always been main focus.
Mm-hmm.
Acting is a passion, and I really enjoy acting. I definitely am in a place where like if it's the right opportunity, I'm gonna go for it, of course. But music has always been the main focus. Yeah.
Listen, it's all good. So being on the acting side and on the music side, have you ran into or bumped experienced vibes with some people that, let's say, you listen to on the radio, or you listen to on your playlist, that now they're reaching out to you or becoming friends? Because you said you hit Billboard. That's major. That's major. So I'm sure there's some of the people that you listen to that have seen that and was like, you know what? Let me hear this song. And now they're like reaching out. Like, is anybody we should know about?
Yeah, there were a couple people. Flo Milli had reached out, and it was so funny because I was just like listening to her album like crazy, and she had
Mm-hmm.
reached out, and we talk on Instagram sometimes. There's
Okay.
been a couple people, but like also the way that I've just been moving in the industry, there's a lot of people that have seen me before I was doing anything, before I even had music out. Like I don't know if you know Baby Tate. She's
Yep.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
in the charts right now. We did a song before I even had any music out when I was like 14. We have a song in the vault. It's like a lot of things like that where people have just kind of like grown with me. And yeah, I'm just excited for the future, and collaborating with these people that have kind of known me since I was a little baby.
So what's the experience like? Let's say when you see them when you were younger, and then you see them again. Like, do they give you a different type of energy? Is it kind of the same way? Is it like okay, now let's go and go hard in the studio, or, oh, let's go put you on this project? Or is it more so just kind of like a, hey, what's up? And then, so I see what you're doing.
I feel like it's just a respect thing.
And
Most of the people that I've kind of grown with, like songwriters that have decided to do music and blew up from it, or producers that have had their hit record, like it's just kind of like seeing all of us grow, and it's like a mutual respect. And I feel like when it makes sense, it'll make sense. And when it's time for us to come together, and it's like, okay, it's time for us to like link up and make some fire, like I feel like it'll just happen on its not on its own, but I feel like it'll happen in due time. Like I'm not really one for like forcing things.
mm-hmm,
Just like how it happened a couple years ago, it'll happen again when it's the
mm-hmm.
right time, and the right song will be made and the right vibe. Yeah, it's definitely like a mutual respect. Like I'll see her, I'll see them, or different people that I've kind of grown with, and I was just like, oh hey, like it's it's like family, it's vibes, respect always.
Got you. I have an understanding of the whole TikTok and social media being a major role in artists' careers, right? and one of which is the snippet that you put up in regards to reaching 100,000 views on YouTube. The music video is out, Looking for Love, right?
Yes.
Can you kind of give me the background story? Like, you gave us a snippet on Instagram, like, so this is why I wrote the song, this is what happened. So like, I want to know the full story. Like, so how did this happen? And then how do you feel now that you done put this out there and people are going to kind of be able to relate to this?
Yeah, so basically the story is there was this guy, I knew him for years, and I just was always like, he's gonna be my boyfriend. Like, I always just kind of knew it, and in a kind of way where it was the first time that I manifested something, I guess, without even realizing it. When I look back, I feel like manifesting is really just believing something wholeheartedly and like, having no doubt in your mind about it. So that was kind of what it was. I was just like, oh, he's gonna be my boyfriend. Whether it's now or later, he's gonna be my boyfriend. We got together and it was horrible. And, it kind of just taught me to be careful what I ask for. He became one of like my closest friends. Like we're really close to this day, and he knows me probably more than anybody. But, I don't think that was, I don't think that was a good thing particularly. I learned a lot from it, and I'm grateful for every experience because I wouldn't be where I am without it. But yeah, and then like what really literally inspired the song was a conversation that me and him had. And, like I said, I feel like he knows me better than anybody. And he really just was letting me have it. Like, not even in a trying to attack me or hurt my feelings type of way, but just telling me about myself a little bit. And like, you need to grow in these areas, and, you're looking for love and, things like that. And I was like, it really made me look internally, and which is rare because, we had the tendency to like argue, be like, you don't know what she's talking about. But like, some of the things he said, whether I regarded him or not, it was just like, it made me think and, reflect a little bit. So the song is really about self-reflection and, looking inward and realizing, if you're looking for love, you're looking in the wrong places. You need to look, inside yourself and love yourself first, because if you're loving yourself first, you won't be looking for love. Like, that's not what you're supposed to do. Love is supposed to find you, and you're supposed to attract it, not look for it. So yeah, that's kind of the premise of the song.
Yeah. So now that he knows that this song is about him, has he, outside of the advice he gave, which made the song, has he said anything else about the song or the video? Like, so that guy's supposed to be me?
Yeah.
Like, any I gotta ask. Like,
yeah, I mean, I put out there's been a couple songs about him. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, because we were together for such a long time, and I'm not a girl that, when I have a one person, I just kind of just have that one person, and so everything was kind of collectively about him. And I let him hear the song before I put it out. Like, I was like, I wrote this, and he was like, oh, like, this is about me, huh? Like, yeah, this is about me. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Hopefully the people that are your fans don't know who he is personally yet, because then they're gonna automatically like, oh, he's this and he's that, because we heard it on the song.
I don't think like that. It's so funny though, because I'm sure there are a few people from school, because we went to school together, that know who I'm talking about. Because I was with one guy like throughout school, so they know who I'm talking about. But hopefully it won't get out there, because that wouldn't be good. I wouldn't want that.
It's all good. It happens. Have you hit the stage yet on live performances?
Yeah, I've actually been performing for years. Like, before I even had music out, I was performing. But I just had a show in LA at the Mint. I opened up for 𝙏𝙮𝙜𝙜𝙜 Anima's Boom Boom Room. It was amazing. My first sold out show, which was super duper cool. And yeah, it was really dope. I just did that like a week ago. Yeah, about a week ago. And yeah, it was super dope. Great vibes. I love performing. And it was like the most amazing band. Yeah. Yep.
So what's the cadence when it comes down to like a show with you? Like, what's the vibe? Like, what's the smell in the air? Like, what's the whole like energy when it comes down to you walking on a stage and you doing what you do best when you perform?
Well, I feel like one of the biggest things in my artistry, just period, is that I storytell. I've always been like a big writer. Like I have diaries and all sorts of things. Like I like to write. And so I feel like performance wise, I kind of just bring that into play, like with telling a story and like bringing people on like a journey with me, and getting from here to here, whether it be like emotionally or lyrically or whatever that be, like even with energy wise, like it's just gonna be like a shift, like a gradual story being told. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I definitely want to say thank you for taking the time to talk with me.
Yeah, thank you for
I do want to ask you one last question. Now, this is a question that I like to ask artists that I see on the come up, artists that are making a way inside the industry on a positive note, because you've been doing it for a long time. Do you have a name for your fans yet? Because, like, Beyonce has the Beehive. So like, what's yours?
Okay, I was literally just talking about this. I was literally just talking about this yesterday with my mom and my manager. I was thinking, because my fans have kind of been attacking me recently, like, we need a name. Like, what is our name? We need a name. And I was kind of messing around with this. I was thinking some journey, like maybe the Travelers.
The Travelers.
I was thinking that might stick.
That can work. That can definitely work. The Travelers.
I feel like it's about time. I feel like it's about time for a name.
Yeah.
Supporters.
Yeah, they do need a name. All right. Well, listen, I definitely want to tell you now, keep doing everything that you're doing. Don't stop. Don't let anybody discourage you. And if you ever have any other questions, any comments, any concerns, feel free to reach out and ask people, because a lot of times some of the artists that I've met and are on the verge of getting to where they want to get to, they get to the point where they feel like they can't ask questions. I'm not saying that you don't already, but I can tell that you have a solid plan, a solid mindset. Like even me asking you that last question, you already knew, like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna call my man. So it's like, you have it there, right? But there are gonna be people that are gonna try to ask you questions that, you know what I mean, that you need. I'm sorry, I'm doing daddy jobs and an interview with you. But one last thing I need from you is just a DJ drop for the radio. So whenever you get a second, just say, hey, this is Journey Montana, you listening to DJ Tygga Ty. That's it.
Right here?
Yep, whenever you're ready.
Hey, this is Journey Montana, and you're listening to DJ Tygga Ty.
It sounds like a Disney Channel. It sounds like Disney Channel a little bit, and then a little thing comes out like...
That's so funny. Okay.
Please make sure you keep putting out music, because I definitely like the good girl and bad girl situation. I watched the Looking For Love video. I was like, okay, I need this in my archive.
Hey,
work out to the gym to it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else you put out into the to the world. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, keep doing what you're doing.
DJ Tygga Ty in the mix.